Hello friends, my name is Theo, and today in this exciting continuation of our full highlight video walkthrough, we are going to be moving out of Premiere and into Davinci Resolve, which is what I'm sure all of you are here to see because all my tutorials thus far that have any sort of views on them are Davinci Resolve tutorials. So, without further ado, let's get into how to do that. We've got our thing here. Oh, sweet. Is this even a WAV file? Nice. Having a WAV file, actually, I'm not even sure about Davinci 11. I'm not gonna say anything because I could be wrong. So, in previous versions of Davinci Resolve, you had to have a WAV file, and I think it was even 48 kilohertz. But I'm not gonna say anything about this. I'm just gonna cross my fingers and hope it works. So I'm gonna go to File, Export, Final Cut Pro XML, and what this will do is be able to translate our edit from Premiere. Actually, let me clean this up some. From Premiere into Davinci Resolve. But before I do that, I'm just going to clean up my timeline. Do something called truncating, which is basically just kind of putting all the videos on one track. Before I do that, actually, I'm going to duplicate this. With Control-C, Control-V, I'll call this color. And open that guy up, and then I'll truncate. I'm not even sure if that did it right. Boop. And boop. Cool. And we can take out the clip underneath here. Deleted. Move that guy to where it needs to be. All right. So now we have a truncated thing. Now we'll go up to File, Export, Final Cut Pro XML. And the XML won't export the titles or the black video, but that's fine because we're not coloring those. So I'm going to create a new folder and call this Resolve. And color 01 XML. Because normally I screw this up and something goes wrong and I have to save out like 50 different XMLs before I get it right. Especially with multicam stuff. If you have a multicam sequence in Premiere, you better flatten that bad boy before you try and color it. If you're doing that workflow. It's much smarter to do what normal people would do and color correct the footage beforehand and then edit it. But I'm not one of those people. So, yeah, do as I say, not as I do. I'll just open up a new project here. Oh, I gotta import the media. I freaking hate Resolve's file management. So, Battle of the Belmont Bands. Can I just drag folders in? Nice. Wait for that to import. Good old Blackmagic Cinema camera and its big-ish files. None of this is raw though. It's all ProRes HQ. I can feel Davinci wanting to... Oh, it didn't even crash on me. Right as I started saying, it knew. It knew what was up. I'm going to go to Edit and go to File. Import AAF, EDL, XML. And go to Active Projects. So add a folder over here, you can... Oh, goodness, how do you... I think you click and drag. Yeah, click and drag to add a folder over here. So I got my active projects folder up in there. It's a handy thing to do because, once again, you know how much I hate Resolve's file management. Let's open it up and make sure all this is correct. Yes. And cross your fingers. The project frame rate's 24. Lame. Yeah, let's restart Resolve. If you know how to change project settings inside, actually, you should be able to change it over here, right? That's playback rate. I don't think that's it. It should be this. Yeah. I'll just do it the way that I know how to. That's annoying. I apologize for my inadequacies. If you know better ways to do this, please let me know. Because this happens more than it should. I really should have just recorded this at 24. There's no need for the 30-second. I actually should slow this all down 80% and make it really cool. But we got our edit locked. Kind of. Locked enough. For some reason it appeared over there. Yo, Resolve. What are you doing? Okay. So for some reason I can't move my Davinci Resolve window, which is interesting. So I'm doing is I'm right clicking on the new project, going to config. I just try restarting Resolve because it's much better to see. It's just bad. Just bad. Screw it. We'll do it live. Okay. So I'm just going to right click on my untitled project and go to config. And then, okay, sweet. So we've got this. I'm just going to change my timeline frame rate to 30. Playback frame rate to 30. Leave everything else the same. Hit apply. And hit cancel. And then open up my untitled project. There we go. Now we'll import stuff the exact same way as we did before. I don't want to import the whole audio folder. And back and footage. This will take a while again, so I'll get another drink of water. What I really want is Captain Crunch, but how obnoxious would that be if I ate Captain Crunch during a tutorial? Leave in the comments. Would you want to hear me eating Captain Crunch while I'm making a tutorial? I sure wouldn't. But if you want it, we'll give it a try. Let's go over to Edit and Control-Shift-I, since we learned that keyboard shortcut earlier, at least we should have if we were paying attention, to import an XML file. And we will navigate Battle of the Belmont Bands, Resolve, Color, Open. Okay, good. Those are probably audio clips. Oh, those are black video and stuff, yeah. Begin and title, yeah. So, that's fine. I hate rectified waveforms. I'm sure that you can change the view options. But that's not today. Anyway, we have a video in here. It even like saves fades. So, you know, let's save this guy. We'll call it that. I can't talk and type at the same time. I'm sorry for my inadequacies. And we'll just jump right into it. Well, for this one, I know what I'm going to use. If you've seen my 3-strip tutorial, you know we've got something going on here. Nice. I might use this look for a lot of things. Let me just note the time real quick that I said that, so I can, you know, put in an annotation later. Okay, because, you know, we're doing it live. And let's just see. That shouldn't look good on this clip. Yeah, it doesn't. Yo, skip forward. There we go. Yeah. Oh, man. Let me turn off the audio because I'm not going to deal with that. There we go. So it's just a little bit red. Actually, I don't like that look at all for this one. Just going to go right click, reset all grades and nodes. Going to hit Alt A to start this guy out with, and then Alt S. Actually, just Control Z, Control Shift Z, Alt S. My microphone keeps on moving away from my face, so I'm sorry if I get quiet there for a second. But I'm lounging in my chair, so my microphone's like, whoa, why aren't you all up on my business? But now we're all up on each other's business and getting all that proximity effect. Okay, so to get this started off, we'll go to our RGB mixer. We will take out some red and put it back in these other channels. Not quite that much blue. Put some blues into reds. Cool. We'll bump up our saturation. There we go. We can see those skin tones are not what we're wanting. Go back to our RGB mixer. I don't even think that's what we want. That's a little bit cold. Put some reds in our greens. Some greens in our reds. That's not awful looking. Since I have an ND filter on there, it's like, you know, a crappy ND filter, I should say. It's like, you know, what's going on. We'll kind of get some more selective stuff going. Nah, I'm not liking that. Go to our color wheels. Just kind of shift this around. It's not bad. Contrast this. Oh, not that much. Jeez. That's what I get for hit Alt F so I can see what's going on. And let's gain the crap out of this guy. Get it nice and bright. Crunch that down just a little bit. Cool. And now to apply the same grade to this clip, I'm just going to middle click on this guy. I'm sorry, but I do have a license in there, so deal with it. This guy's looking a little bit blue, so we will go back to our RGB mixer and pull some reds out of the blues. These are just going to be pretty normal looking grades. I'm not going to go too far. This guy I kind of want to just make a little bit green, just because. Right there. No, never mind. That was a lie. Don't want to. I do want this one to be a little bit more contrasty. So we will crank up the gain some more. Oh, weird little light leak thing up here, maybe. Yeah. Shouldn't get up that much. Getting some reflections off the ND filter. ND filters are great sometimes, and other times they are ND filters. So yeah, let's kind of go with standard grades. Oh, jeez. What happened? Nope. Hit Alt S. We'll bump up this saturation. Oh, their skin tones aren't even bad. I must not have the ND filter on there anymore. Let's crank it. And contrast it up. Alt F. Put it through just a little bit. Neat. That looks good. It looks a little bit lame. Let's make these greens pop and these blues pop and then keep the reds where they are. So to do that, we will go over to our hue versus saturation. Click on greens and blues. So you can see the trees in the background are booming it up. Not much is happening. Get more cyans. Really just killing those. We got good old Caleb there. This was copy this grade. Oh, nice. We get really nice blues. This will just copy. Oh, geez, no, we won't. Reset. Gain the crap out of this guy. And we will make the reds and yellows pop. For some reason, it's got like a really strong urge to go to Washington, D.C. Just FYI. And this one's going to be a fun one to grade. Probably. We'll do some secondaries. Yeah. So we will lift this up first just a little bit. Not that much. Maybe gamma. Yeah, and then we lift down. getting some neat things happening. I don't even have to do much secondary stuff yet. I will crank the saturation pretty hard. Hit Alt S and select the sky. Just got to go to the qualifier window. Oh, nice. Good selection. We'll saturate the crap out of this some more. Also, oh, not that much. I don't want to do it with selections. Anyway, let's hit reset. We'll use a power window. Oh, another thing I want to do was stabilize. So I'll go back here. We'll do that first. That is under this guy. Change it from window to stabilizer. I want it to zoom. Just turn these settings a little bit. Actually, let me go back to the beginning. And just track it real quick. We'll see how Resolve handles this. We might end up stabilizing in Premiere after all. Kind of after this. But we'll see. Hit the loop button. Let's bring this guy up. Bring this guy up. Oh man, that's a lot. Yeah, that's gross. We will just stabilize this in Premiere later on. So, clear track data. Cool. But anyway, is this what I was going to do stuff in? Yeah. Go and create a graduated window. Perfect right there. Not quite perfect. Close to perfect. Cool. We'll just try bringing the lift way down. We just want to make this sky look as like absurd as possible. Oh man, geez, we've got a lot of garble in there. We're going for some like serious Top Gear look here. If you've ever seen Top Gear, you know what I'm talking about. You know, it might be fun to like make it red. No, that looks stupid. Cool. Alt S, and we'll do the same thing kind of towards the bottom. Where we're brightening these kids up even more. I just want this to be like the most ridiculous looking thing. Actually, can we add an outside node? Yeah. Sweet. So an outside node is it just affects the area that's not in the mask. So as you can see here, we've got this part that's gray at the top is the part that's being masked off up here. So we can just deal with our children down here and make this look as absurdly HDR as possible, which will be a lot of fun. Everyone likes stupidly absurd HDR. If you don't, then screw you. Let's change that. Let's use the gamma instead. Cool. Let's make this stupid. Yeah, look how dumb that looks. It's great. I love it. So Alt D. Before, after. Before, after. That's so goofy. I love it. It's so dumb. But that brings us to a good wrapping up point for this episode. I guess video. Man, just look at our scopes. Look how absurd this is. Like, that's so dumb. It's great. I love it. Anyway, if you like this video, give it a like. If you didn't like it, give it a dislike. Be sure to write something down for me to read in the comments, because comments are fun. If you want to see more videos like this, be sure to subscribe to the Meester Media YouTube channel. Oh, excuse me. If you're into it, we've got social media stuff, links in the description. Once again, I've been Theo with Meester Media. I hope you have a great day, and I will see you next time. Bye.